what's Jake or whatever. What the fuck? J-Book was just sitting there, and I put it on next to him. I'm like, man, I think I just look ridiculous, dude. Like white t-shirt. He's like, no, you look great.
Wait, did Jake say that or Utah say that?
Jake said that.
That's really fucking
It was
funny.
so funny.
That's funny.
I was like, oh, you got that crazy manager, huh?
Yeah, his totally real manager. I don't know if he actually is, but that's the joke.
No, I think I think it's. I don't fucking know. Anyway, we're
Might be
getting
real.
into it.
Anyway, yeah. That aside, we talked about
Yeah.
him enough.
Yeah, podcast time over. We're back into the melee. Historically, I think this matchup comes down to a lot of platform movement from Sheik to bait out stuff from Jigglypuff, because we're gonna be like throwing out a lot of aerials from Jig.
Yeah, because like if Puff, like usually if she's airborne, she should throw in an aerial. I think the thing that Sheik usually benefits from is just like being able to sometimes outspace Puff of like out of shield back air and stuff like that, and like nair out of shield to kill Puff at higher percents. But they also have stuff like that. We kind of saw it in the USCon set with Jflex, where like remember like when she gets on stage, it's usually like a free punish for either their character. Very much the same deal with Puff. I think not as easy to hit, I feel like, compared to like ledge hop knee, especially like a not high level as like H-box does sometimes. He plays against like J-Boog, Plup when he's playing Sheik. But it has a very strong off, probably arguably stronger than ledge hop knee, because you have to have the right percent, because it kills a lot sooner on those stages. But it's something that Puff really just benefits from in this matchup.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of air time from the Puff, I think.
Time. How do you get the electric counter thing? There is an ISO you can get, but I think it's exclamation point ISO. I think that should be all you need. Yeah, you can go in there. That's CG at melee ISO. It has stuff like improved battlefield ledge physics, ledge grab counter. There's also a thing, if you pummel 5 times, it automatically releases the opponent. It has stuff like that. It's what we usually run for CG events. So if you want to experience it for yourself, try it out. Maybe enter a CG event in the future. Definitely have that on hand. We also have a randomizer ISO, which we'll be doing top 4-4 later today.
Yeah, a lot of different unique things going on. A couple things with the ISO is a standard rotation for the fountain platforms, as well as no wispy, or no wispy blowing. You know, quit smoking, and then no
on the
fly
vape.
guys either. Yeah.
Yeah, no flag guys, so there's no collateral damage, as I like to call it, whenever Shy Guy gets hit.
Which is funny.
Yeah, they get their day off.
Yeah, there's been some stuff. Yeah, they get the day off finally. You know, everyone needs one. But it's it's something like kind of been more of a hot topic lately, I think. Seen some clips on Twitter of people having hit lag get extended because of fly
Yeah,
guys
of that.
not hitting combos. Yeah.
Definitely was happening yesterday at the New England Spark as well. There would be like the classic Yoshi one where like they get a throw, Shy Guy fucks it up. Especially because we had teams matches happening on Yoshi's a lot. There was a lot of like moments where teams shit would like interrupt or just like be so wacky and like stuff you'd never see before because of stuff like that. So it's definitely something you always think. First, almost any tournament, I feel like.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know. I understand why you wouldn't like it in a tournament setting, but if I see a spacey, throw another spacey and fly into a fly guy and then like back arrow, I don't know, I love that shit.
Yeah, it's also like because they go like really far away. They run to the Shy Guy. They're like, oh wait, they're already going pretty far from like Puff up, or they go like even further away because they hit a Shy Guy, but they get stuck for a second. Okay, sometimes it can benefit you.
I understand why you'd think that would be whack though, especially if you like paid money to enter a tournament and try to win.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, hold on.
Like this is stupid as shit.
Yeah.
Like I
Check the disc. Check the disc.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Goes for the pound on the no tech.
I was thinking because he missed the tech. Okay, he's gonna rest him. I know. I always see people like two saying he's really good at that, or like kind of like making people like roll to one way, then they rest them. But Dawson more so is going for the extra pound instead.
It's too far away, I think. Jigglypuff has a hard time
Mm-hmm.
covering all the options on the platform.
That might be dead. They can't land on plat. Yep. I also like the 3 extra bonus that maybe just help enhance that they probably just can't tech. Because usually if they tech, it makes things kind of a bit more. We should go for a regrab or something else instead to get to get like a follow up. But good stuff. I thought it was probably going to fight back in that one. But no, first one going to Jflex in Winter's Finals. Again, sorry about the delay, everybody. Fortunately, we're getting back into it. Gonna try and finish out the East Coast block strong. So thanks for sticking with us the whole time.
Yeah, there's plenty of melee action today. Just had a little breather. Now we're getting back into the the most exciting matchup in the game.
Puff Sheik, everyone's favorite.
Sheik, yeah.
Classic. A fun space aerial at each other, try and get someone to act out a shield, and then like you get the grab and then stuff happens, and then you get down 3, make it rested on plat.
Now, still, why do they not switch to Zelda, do you think? She has a stronger forward aerial.
You know, that's a good question. It just helps that Zelda, well, is not good, unfortunately, because like.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we've also like, I think we commentated a Zelda set. I think it was for Gallant. I think it was a Zelda Puff set or something like that.
Yeah, we kept watching commentating
Becca.
Puff versus low tiers. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was like we watched Becca, who's really good though. She's great.
No, nothing against the players.
Yeah, it's just like it just sucks you get like a high tier who just knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can like the people who know how to invalidate characters, like we always talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like on paper is like a big skill to have.
It's really good. I remember when I was playing ranked on it was Tuesday. I was like my 5 win streak started when I ran to a DK first. It wasn't like a Kier or Ringler. It was just like I think his tag was Max on there, so I don't know who it was. But yeah, I'm okay. I need to invalidate DK, and that's what you just like invalidate DK with like back air, or like weak hit him again, his recovery, he can't really do anything. It just that matchup sucks when like you know what you're doing.
His tech roll is abysmal, so even if like you're playing a character that like doesn't really tech chase people, you can just down throw with.
Yeah, it's so bad. That and Game & Watch check roll are just abysmal, but Game & Watch has to pretty much like reliably like shield against Puff for him to really be able to do anything too. Like characters like Puff, Peach, Sheik especially, Martha in most matchups I feel like they just like they have like that one thing that just like I need to get around this thing, but as a low tier it's just like millions and millions of times harder than it usually is for like a high or like high mid tier, you know.
No, I agree. Right now, ledge grab gonna seal the deal. 52%. Kind of a lead in this matchup. Only will take a couple more hits. And then with how big this stage is, it's a lot of neutral. It's gonna be really hard to make up this deficit.
So maybe they would also try and rest that, but they are a pretty high percentage, so they miss that rest. It's pretty much a dead Puff.
That's true.
Because the classic is like the classic crouch rest. I know it's very hard, much like less common at high levels. It's such like a thing people work around a lot. But wait, hold on. I was into existence there.
Yeah, you almost literally.
That.
Yeah, that would have been fucking gnarly, dude. That was like, wow.
I'm in his head.
Yeah, you weren't like, well, the Falcon's gonna knee, and then you were like, oh my god, he kneed. It was like, no, specifically, this dude crouched immediately after you said that. What the hell?
Damn, almost, not quite though. Nothing universe happened.
Run up shield, not bad. It's just a slog. It's just an aerial slog.
They're gonna like what? Jflex is gonna full hop. Puff's gonna come back with an aerial of some kind. I like that falling there. I do that a lot too against Sheik. Because I usually, whenever I play this matchup against like people like Bonfire, we usually go here like in our sets in the past, and I always remember like coming down with Nair, or, like trying to like do full hop back or like short hop back air when we're on the ground. But it's just like a trade off. Like, hey, they're gonna be in shield. If you land in front of them, they're gonna down smash you something after that to kind of counteract you. If you're not CCing, you're gonna get hit again. Gets a spike stun, very good. Breath. Oh, you can still rest, but yeah, not really like the optimal thing to do.
Especially on last stock.
Yeah, that's if it was like even, you can probably go for it.
Jflex staying alive though.
Yeah. Getting these extra hits just like add to more of this Puff percentage is just also very good for Sheik. Also, yeah. Oh, I think held down on that too, so just staying alive because that would definitely kill at this percent. Like just weaving in and out to just stay out of Puff's range. Up smash, yes sir. Dawson not letting Sheik live that long is also pretty rough. So it's like you definitely need to convert that sooner because like if you can't find like that one solid hit or like just like find like the two strong aerials to kill, it's just like you're letting the character live for way too long. It just makes you feel so bad. Because also Puff working from behind, you hear it talk about a lot. It's just like I feel like it's a whole different character because like you're also already successful being killed early in most matchups. And you just fall behind too much. It's just like it adds up and kind of just fucks with you. It's like, okay, I have to like adopt this whole different strategy so I can try and get back into this game. I can't really rest because I'm behind already. I'm already at high percent, so what do I do?
Yeah, in a lot of these 3 out of 5 situations, you might just forfeit the game at that point. Not actually forfeit, but put
like,
your energy
it's a mental white
game.
flag.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's
one game away from it.
Yeah, Jflex, 1 game away from qualifying for top 4, which will be later tonight, which will be done by Turndown for Wealth and Straight the Trash Man. But Dawson, already who won the Swiss set, let's remember, he beat Jflex in the Swiss phase 2-1 to take his seed. but Jflex trying to come back with a vengeance now. Getting the more traditional Dreamland counter pick here, which, you know, Puff loves being here. I'm thinking about it if, like, Dawson's had situations where he couldn't kill Sheik last game. I don't want that to happen again here, and just letting Jflex live for even longer, where he hits his confirms on Puff. Jflex might just do that extra little bit of percentage to kill Puff, like, you know, beyond, like, 130 and stuff like that.
Yeah, survivability. Traditionally, you'd say that the stage benefits both characters because they both survive so well on the stage. Like, we don't really talk about it anymore because I think it became the standard. But back in the day, Shroomed and Beauty King would live on this stage so damn long. That's why if you go back and watch the old VODs, and they would talk about it on commentary. I think now like the average, like, really good Sheik's DI has gotten better. So we're kind of like noticing the threshold. Like, there's no distinction between those players. Everyone's just good at it, but it's a huge thing still. Like, Sheik lives a long time on the stage. Really benefits from the blast zones.
Because if people just, like, if you're not hitting like the 2 or 3 hit strings at, like, high percentages Puff, like, 1 hit is not going to do it unless, like, they're, like, above, like, 190%. Like, you still need to, like, be able to edge guard Sheik, and if they can mix up their recovery and if they can make it back, that's the thing. Like, I don't think they can still land on stage, but if they, like, land on plat, you gotta be ready for that. If you're gonna rest that at all, like, that's your shot, but, like, you have to know they're gonna land on stage, especially on a stage like this.
Yeah, and honestly, it's kind of crazy how much of the deficit is at this point.
Yeah, just keep this lead strong. Yeah. Oh wait, okay, gets the nair. 3-piece combo. Get some sauce to go, maybe. Yeah, sir. I got McDonald's after the Spartan last night, so it's definitely fresh in my mind getting, like, that X-piece nugget meal with, like, two like McDoubles and all that shit. So it was a 200, but I wanted to eat something after.
You know about, like, the double cheeseburger versus McDouble strat? Like the same price, but the double cheeseburger has an extra slice of cheese on it.
Did not know that, no.
Dude, it's a conspiracy. That's some Illuminati shit, chat.
But see, have you ever? I feel like you know about the McGangbang?
Yeah, I know what that is.
That's a classic. That's a classic. That's a. No, that's basically, I think it's a McDouble and a McChicken. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I thought about, like, doing, like, the whatever. I'm talking about this later.
We'll save it for the if another podcast happens, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about more of my McDonald's theories.
Or we can save it for if we do anything at Guildhouse or, like, anything after that.
Yeah.
Top-notch gameplay, though.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Who wants the $500? Gonna have to fight someone who comes out on the West Coast, and I will say, you know, being a Midwesterner, I guess I normally commentate East Coast stuff, but I think that's just because there's more talent on the West Coast. I do think the West Coast is slightly more stacked today.
I can agree, because I see, like, with Bobby, Super Quack, I think Eddie Mexico's in there too. That's already really good. I forget who else is in there, but it's a really good lineup.
Yeah, it's like
that's an amazing lineup.
And then there's somebody I forget, CPU Zero.
Yep, CPU Zero in there, so you see more Puff action. Yeah. So that's a really, really strong lineup. I think we had B-Bats originally. I could be wrong, though. I feel like I swore I saw B-Bats in the bracket originally yesterday, but I think maybe you dropped me on subs. I could be totally wrong about that, or I'm just seeing shit. I'm loopy, so. Yeah, okay, thank you, Freezes. Thank you. I swear I saw him in there. But also, Jflex, you know, still repping Jersey at the meantime. Trying to get Jersey into top 4 in some way. Gets up there. There it is. That was an amazing tournament winner up to that rest. That was amazing from Dawson. So simple, but, like, I never really think about that, because that gets you at the perfect height. You just call out the recovery on plat and then rest.
Another 4-minute at least. A banger of a set so far to come back to after the server's gone down.
Plus all that power he invested from that power outage from his set versus GooseCon, now letting it all out in this run back versus Dawson from the Swiss phase earlier. Yeah, sitting pretty, but, you know, I don't want to count Dawson out, because, you know, you can get, like, some extra percent and get Sheik off stage. You can at least create this last scenario, which could lead to GOAT season. So.
It's always GOAT season, especially with Genesis around the corner.
Hell yeah.
I watched a video about, like, the greatest Genesis moments, where it was just, like, it wasn't, like, talking about them, it was just a compilation, and it was a good video.
So, like, like Plup winning Genesis 5, for example, and, like, Axe double 69%. That was all. I remember being in the crowd for that. I was in the crowd for both of those, but, like, you know, that was pretty funny when it happened. And then, like, obviously Genesis 8, the story of J Mook and, like, Zane winning again.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if he gets the 3P, but right now, Jflex trying to move on to play someone, and see that's a nice thing. You move on to the top 4. You're kind of dodging like a lot of heavy hitters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh yeah, he knew it was it. So, but yeah, because like a lot, because Jflex, now that he won, because he doesn't have to play against Freesis again for now, unless Freesis makes it into top 4, of course. He doesn't have to worry about Dawson again if he doesn't make it through the top 4. If he loses his losers finals match, which we'll see about. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.